Welcome back to Beeton Junction. This is a September update. It's a bit of a late one, I do apologise. Just haven't really got round to doing one as such. Just to report with the the layout at the one that's standing at the minute is in a slow progress of getting, I wouldn't say demolished, but ripped up and all the rest of it. So I've had an idea for the last few days, which was to be as a little scenic piece for when I get new locos, to do videos such as Dave from Dean Park. I'm trying to think who else has one. Quite a few people, to be fair. So I thought, well, you know, as I've done one local review, I thought I would jump in and make a little scenic piece, which is in front of you, just slightly modified. So the original idea was to have two tracks going across, a small little bridge with a river or canal, possibly, whichever, running at a diagonal, with a little path going across as well over a little bridge, and obviously embankment either side, and it all static grass and all the rest of it, which I thought might be a good idea. But then it struck me that with, obviously, because I'm not going to be able to be doing any scenic work to the main layout up in the loft, as I haven't got anything done in regards to woodwork and all the rest of it, I thought doing something like this will help me for the bigger layout up in the attic. So I thought, well, you know, we'll make a go at having a go at this scenic stuff and make mistakes on this rather than on the big layout upstairs, so that when I come to do the scenic stuff for that layout, it will be, you know, I've learned from mistakes and it's all sweet and tidy and all the rest of it. So then that's where, as I said, the track alteration has changed to what you see now, which is a small ginty with one coach. I've just put the tornado in the background there, as I did think with this line that runs along the back here. If I can just get them. Originally, I thought of having, I'll use this fencing to point out, this track along here, nothing to do with the platform, just as a line that's there that just doesn't get used, so to say, so static grass and all the rest of it, and possibly just sit a loco on there, you know, make it look like it's collecting water or coal or whatnot, and put in, if I just put them in on the video, these, although these are Hornby platforms, so I thought I'd make use of them because I have a lot of them. I thought of putting, I'll just put that loosely in place, thought of having a little halt scene with the fencing and putting to good use these little huts. I had two of them off Dave when he came to do Dave's Trains on Tours, so I thought that if I put that in the centre there, I'll lift you up in a minute just to show that it's like a small little halt in the middle of England, wherever, you know, and this, I make it not so much a run down station, but you know what I mean, it's a branch line on the end of its days, you know, Beeton's in his final act of axing all these stations and lines, and this is one that will be getting an axe, so to say, with everyone not being able to use the railway and whatnot. And then I had a light bulb moment, to be fair, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do something like this, why not go for it a bit bigger and make it into a little exhibition layout, which I could take, you know, if when I'm on exhibitions with Chester Model Railway Club, I could see if I could put my name forward to bring this little layout in and show the public, you know, Beeton Hough Junction on exhibitions, but then call this what the original layout is called, which I bought from Chester Model Railway Club, which you'll all know as Beeton Hough. Although yes, Beeton Hough, as I've shown you in previous updates, is how it is. But it'll either be called Little Beeton or Beeton Hough. But seeing as Jeff Reedman made me these signs, and obviously the layout when it goes upstairs will be Beeton Hough Junction. I'm not saying that I won't be able to use these signs, but with the extended thing, I thought I'd make use of these and put them on this layout. So as it stands, if I can get a tape measure, ignore the retaining wall at the back. That was only the thing. It stands at, well, not even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5 mil by just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just say just shy of 2 foot. And then I thought, well, you know, as this looks all right as it is, you know, maybe I could extend it further. So we will be back in a sec to see where this little piece is going. And so we are back to this. Obviously, with the smaller piece of board I'd originally done with the back line platform run round, I thought we'll go bigger than what it was. So we've got platform running along the back there. I think I have enough of the Metcalf station building kit, thinking about it. So although I'd love to use the Hornby platforms, but because of that gap in the corner there, it's just not, well, actually saying that, I'll just move that buffer stop slightly along this way, and then I'll put a new platform piece in. So originally it was coming through tunnel here, small train, Jinty, Thompson. Although this is standing here, it's not quite big enough to fit into that little section there. But 2 coaches is more than enough. Bring it in, disconnect, do a run round, and then go off. Although I did have a corner piece in for this bit here, for it to just run round and then go back through, come out, collect the coaches, and then go away. Did think of then having just another point as it's got there, just with a small little siding here, with possibly a coal stave and an actual water tower. But then I thought, well, I've got this goods shed, which I put the platform in the centre, which you might just be able to see. So I thought that I'd put that to some use, although on this corner here it does have a little bit of a chip where I did accidentally drop it, although I do have that piece, okay, which is in my hand there. I'll glue that back on with a bit of super glue. So I thought that I'd put another point in here, extend the line going into the goods shed there, so I can use that, and then a little head shrink here, just for operational purposes, so that when a train comes in with a bit of goods wagons, puts it in there, come here, and then this will be where it collects water and coal from. Obviously when the goods have been unloaded, whatnot, the wagons are empty, possibly put back in with new stock that this town or village has got to offer for the next place. Train comes back, picks it up, and then goes through. Then with obviously that, as I said, the line at the back here, instead of it as it was as an abandoned line, to put it into more to the platform, take away the platform fencing, and then I'd be able to use my 105 Bachmann 2-car DMU, which is obviously DCC. It's got a chip and it's got sound, which would be good for this layout. But then I thought, well, with it being 2 foot depth, maybe I could put in, I was thinking of either another line along here where, you know, a loco might come in every now and then, or whether just pushing this more that way towards the back, so that this line is more or less where the retaining wall is possibly, and then all this here having a little car park, and that, so there'd be, you know, a bit of a gravel to track area, and then possibly a bit of loose land, the sloped retaining wall kit coming down from here, with the road obviously to link up with this, and possibly a bit of an embankment or just a rolling hill, and rolling hills off in the distance, with like that. So then I could, if that would be that, I was thinking of possibly using my Metcalf station, possibly plonking it somewhere in the corner there, or as I said, using, I don't know where it's gone now. Where have you gone? It was here somewhere. No, I've seemed to have dropped it somewhere, which I'll just grab. Well, I think this is the one actually. I think I'll just grab it. Ooh, nearly on camera. As I said, from Dave's Trains, Dave Linham, using just a little halt, possibly somewhere by there, like that, so to say, or even just, if I could get some plastic card, scratch build one just for the corner there, and that would be that. So yeah, then obviously you can see, if I just unloosen the camera stand, one thing I was thinking of with this bit here was either having a road I can't talk today, I seriously can't talk, a road bridge as it is. See if I can, sorry guys, I'm just trying to, it's awkward trying to move everything around at the minute. Put it like that, just try that, that's better. So having 2 road bridges, obviously the kind that's there is for the main layout. I do apologise, some person's trying to sing outside, they're not doing a very good job. whether of having this as it is or having level crossing. So these would be one by here, and then obviously on the other side, whether or not I kept in that back line. Possibly could use the retaining wall kits I've got there, as I have noticed for the layout when it goes up into the loft, some of the retaining walls are on a bit of a bend, so I'm thinking I may have to just scratch build them and try and do my best on that, really. So then the signal box, I'd be putting this one to that one to use, as it's not the right correct one for my layout, although this is a Great Western one. Technically, you know, I could put this, or this little scene layout, whatever you want to call it, could be based anywhere, you know, Midlands, with it being a Great Western signal box. So as I have got point rod in as well, I will be going to that length of detail for the point rodding, coming through these and the point rod that's over in the corner. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 points all linking up into there. I think I have got enough of the rod in itself. It's just the cranks and all the rest of it, although on the layout at the minute, I could possibly use, if I picked it up gently, maybe use it from there, but we'll see. So that's it really, guys. I thought that, seeing as I'm not going to be doing anything on my layout as it stands when it goes up into the loft, I thought that it'd be a bit of a fun thing to do, really, within regards to doing, as I said, well, a bit of a how-to, or a bit of a how-to, or let's build a mini layout series, possibly, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I would really like to hear your comments, thoughts in the comments below, on what you'd think. I do like the idea of the two coaches and the MU in the background, although I was thinking that if I did take it to exhibition, that I could both the line where the DMU is and this, the two coaches are, that it would just go, let me sort the camera out just so I could show, because it's not going to show up otherwise. So on that side, instead of them being a dead end, them go through an embankment through, so that I'd have a fiddly yard either side, which would make operating, you know, a bit more than just come in, park up, and then go out. Whereas it'd come in, stop, go through, wait a few minutes, come back, stop, then go back out again, to make it look like it's going to and from somewhere. Well, obviously this station. So yeah, just leave your thoughts and comments down below, please. Would be greatly appreciated. As you're probably thinking, where's this board from? It's the actual board where the town village scene was. Obviously, with the layout going up into the loft, this board isn't going to be used for how it's been cut. So I thought I'd make better use out of it for this little idea. So that I'll go from there. So yeah, thank you much to the new subscribers. I do apologise about not posting up much videos. Work's pretty much taken over, and I haven't really got much done in way of moving up into the loft, as I've had to start on one area, or make it start on one area, although I'm waiting for the wood, which I should hopefully be ordering in October, I believe. And then it's obviously waiting for my sister-in-law's father-in-law. No, that's not right. My sister's girlfriend's fella's dad, who's a joint that I've got. He's going to give me a hand, so it's waiting for him when he's not busy, and all the rest of it. So I think we'll leave it at that, and just, yeah, thanks for being patient. I know it's, you know, life gets in the way, but as it's a hobby, but I was hoping to have at least got to some stage upstairs, but you know, it's as it is. So thank you very much, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you hopefully with this little series kicking off within the next video, and we've gotten a bit further than what we are. So thanks for now.